Okay, hi. So the very first step we're going to practice are flaps. There are different kinds of flaps, but these are going to be the standing flaps. So we're going to do them front and side. They involve the front of your toe. And remember, flap, I was kind of telling you, is think of an envelope flap where you can lick it and stick it. So a flap sticks to the ground as opposed to a shuffle does not stick. A shuffle does brush, brush, and comes up. So flaps stick. So let's review a flap. So it is, I'll do this foot, brush, toe, brush, toe. So those are standing flaps. I'm going to turn around and face this way so you see it this direction. Let's move up a little bit. Flap front, 2, 3, 4. You can do them to the side. Make sure it's nice and strong and nice and tight. You can do the left foot, front, and to the side. So the exercise I want you to practice is 8 front, or 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8, to the side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left foot goes to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, you want to really make sure that your feet are nice and tight and nice and strong. You're pointing your legs and you have some energy going through your foot. Okay, so now we're going to do shuffles. And the difference between the shuffle and the flap is the shuffle is 2 sounds, but it ends up. Brush, brush, and the back foot ends up. And again, we're going to do these front and side on both feet. And you can do different rhythms, but we'll keep it slow for now. All right, so I'll face the side here so you can see. That's good. Brush, 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 brush. Remember, it's the front of the foot that's making the sound. That toe, the silver part of your tap shoe. All right, I'm going to move forward, and we're going to take them slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to do the same thing on the left, but if you can speed it up, as you do the right side and the left side, you can go a little faster. Just make sure your foot is nice and strong and you don't have wimpy, weak kind of feet. You want to make sure they're solid while you're doing this step. Okay, so now we're going to do paradiddles, which we talked about today. Heel, brush, step, and these alternate feet, right side and left side. This is what we do in warm-up, so I want you to get used to that. So I'm going to show you on the side first. Heel, brush, step, so 3 count paradiddle. And we also talked about heel. When you brush back, don't drag it on the floor, not that. Heel, you have to lift your foot up a little bit in order to smack the floor and put it back down. So heel, brush, step. Heel, brush, step. And again, it's the front of your toe that you're making that sound brush back. So you'll do it on the right side. Heel, brush, step, and switch. And then we can pick up the tempo once you get that hang of it. Heel, brush, step, heel, brush, step, heel, brush, step, heel, brush, step, heel, brush, step. All right, those are paradiddles. So now we're heading into jump shuffles. We did these at the bar, but you can eventually take them away from the bar, but I'll go through the basics. All right, so I'm going to face here first. So the shuffle happens to the side. Remember we talked about hips being square, so you don't turn your whole body to make your foot go to the side. You just turn your leg out from your hip. So shuffle, and then jump is changing feet. And then the other side. Shuffle, jump. Shuffle, jump. I'm going to turn around so you see this direction. So shuffle, jump. Shuffle, jump. Jump, jump. And again, when you get a little bit more comfortable with this stuff, you can do a little faster and put some rhythm in there. So you have to balance on one foot, and you have to get a shuffle in, and you have to change feet on a jump shuffle or a shuffle jump. All right, let's talk about flat ball change. So this is a traveling step. So it takes you from back to front, side to side. It's flap, back, front, and we talked about where the ball of your foot is. And I'm going to demonstrate this. So, starting with a foot, you're going to flap. Remember, stick it down. You have to put your weight on there. Ball, change. So it's back, front. I'm going to back up a little bit so I do 2 in a row. Flap, weight on the front, back, front is a ball change. Change feet, flap, weight goes on the front, ball change, back, front. This direction, flap, weight in the front, ball change, flap, ball change, flap, ball change. You have to change that weight all the time. So your weight goes to the front, back, front. Weight to the front, back, front. Flat ball change, flat ball change. So we'll do a little faster. Flat ball change, ball change, ball change, ball change, and try to stay up on the balls of your feet, all for that step. All right, so now let's talk about flap heel. This step is also a traveling step, so it moves you. And I talked about it being like a stapler, where you're sticking your foot on the flap, a flap, and then you drop your heel down like a stapler would at the end. A flap heel. So let's talk about that, what it looks like. So from the side, up, flap, oops, up, flap, and drop your heel as the last part of it. Up, flap, heel. And then you're going to alternate feet and pick up that other foot. Up, flap, heel. And we also talked about when you put that foot down, don't pick it back up and then drop a heel. It has to stay on the floor. It sticks, because that's what a flap is doing. Stick, drop your heel. Let's try it to the front.